I love you. Welcome back to the Couch Potatoes. I am still the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
That you are, and I am still the Faceless Leon. Nothing has changed.
Don't ever change, baby.
Oh, thank you. You neither.
Yeah.
You neither.
Thanks. Actually, you can change. You can shave up a little bit, but, you know.
Hey,
that's
I
personal
did
preference.
just yesterday.
Don't give me that.
I did.
You've got 3 or 4 inches of beard still.
Yeah. I trimmed it. It was
nice.
5 or 6 inches.
Hey. It's your face, honestly. My opinion don't matter.
Well, I don't
You're a
have
handsome
a face
boy, though.
because I'm faceless. Yeah. So let's move on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I
think you're handsome when you get some. I mean, you still need some beard there because it helps just form what a face is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But when it's trimmed up and business like the last time we met the president, like that was, that's a good look for you.
Yeah, but Carter still did not like my beard. He did not.
No. He thought you were a hippie, let's be honest.
He did.
But he was okay with that. I mean, his son was one, too. We smoked with his son on the roof. That was fun.
That was fun. This is Green and Faceless on the Good Couch. Day. We talk about movies, usually.
Yeah. We're avoiding the downfall. It's a sad moment. It's like when you get to the final book of a series, when you get to the final song on an album, like, it's kind of a bittersweet moment, you don't want to end it, and that's how it is with this playlist. We don't want to end it. We've had so much fun. End it, huh? It's been so much fun, man. Like,
yeah, it has.
My goodness,
it has. It has been fun, and in some instances, so much. But
that's true.
Yeah, we'll talk about this movie.
Well, it peaked before. That was its problem. Let's be honest. It peaked before, like.
Yeah.
When I got back to number 4, when I was watching Breaking Dawn Part 1, I was like, yeah, I'm actually in. I'm invested in these characters. It's kind of good. It's cute. I love it. And then we get to Breaking Down Part 2. and they show you the fucking baby that was just birthed. That Bart Dookie. No, Bella, played by the beautiful Kristen Stewart. She's given birth at the end of the last movie, to the horribly named Renesmee Colon, here played by Mackenzie Foy. Why do I know that name? Mackenzie Foy.
Played by Mackenzie Foy and by the horrible CGI amalgamation that they called a baby.
Jesus Christ.
It was fucking terrible.
Who made that decision?
According to Sarah, who I watched it with, they took images of Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart and mixed them together to make a baby. Yeah, it was dumb. For one, you didn't have the tech to make it look right. Maybe you could do it today. Maybe. But it's been 10 years.
I've heard the rumor, and I have no idea how this could possibly be true, but I heard this rumor at least, that Sofia Coppola was, they wanted her to direct. Sofia Coppola is a beautiful director, Lost in Translation, like so many good movies. Apparently, she opted out of directing when she saw the fucking baby.
Oh, God.
I don't know how that could possibly be true, because I feel like that would have to be a director's decision.
According to Sarah, there was a doll first, and then they decided to CGI over the doll.
Ugh, just get a fucking real baby.
Yeah,
this isn't
right.
It's
why? Why did you had a real baby the last movie? Just use the baby.
Did they?
I swear they did.
I don't think they ever showed the baby in the last movie.
I swear they did.
I mean, they took a baby away, but I don't think they showed baby face.
I thought that Jacob held it.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes, because Jacob, he creepily imprinted on the fuck. Okay, let's describe that. I mentioned I was going to bitch about it. I mentioned earlier Mackenzie Foy playing Renesmee Colon. I remember her because she's young Murph in Interstellar. Bam.
Stellar. Oh, God.
Interstellar, Christopher Nolan with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Before Murph is young, launched off. He didn't fail to launch that time.
No, he did not fail to launch on that one. Let's be honest. That was a good one. But no, I mentioned I was going to bitch about this and talk about how creepy this fucking is. Jacob Black, resident werewolf of Wolfpack, Forks, Wisconsin. Washington. Forks, Washington. Taylor Lautner, beautiful, handsome man that he is. Can't wear a shirt. It's fine. We don't care. Like,
Quileute.
He imprints on this baby. And now I got to explain imprinting. Werewolves have this weird... I say weird. That's culturally insensitive of me. It's not weird.
Sure. And it's also, I mean, maybe werewolves might be culturally insensitive too, because they are Quileute people who happen to turn into wolves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they are shape-shifting
They're
things.
Shifters. Shifters are good.
Shifters. So here's the thing. They can't help it. When they look at somebody, they do what's called, like, not all the time, but they can imprint, which means they just develop this crazy, insurmountable urge to protect that person.
Yeah.
You and I might call that, creepy, overprotective, like, especially if you don't know the person that well at all, like
if
they
were born 5 minutes ago and they're not your kid.
Yeah. Say if they're just 5 minutes old and you're a 16-year-old boy who's been absolutely horny for the last 3 movies over the goddamn mother of the one who just gave birth.
Yeah.
So Jacob can't help it. He sees the baby. He's going to kill it in the last movie, but instead he imprints. And what that means is he's madly in fucking love with this infant.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't want to have sex with the infant. He's very clear about that. He doesn't want to do anything freaky-deaky or insensitive. He calls it being a brother. Even fucking weirder. So he mentions it as, that's how he describes it. It's like he's gonna be an older protective brother to her, which he is, until she is of age for him to be sexually interested in her. Thankfully,
he's 32
she ages
and he
super
looks
fast.
Yeah, she does, but she's still 16 when they get together. This is in a vision of the future or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, we don't even know that. Yeah, we see a vision of the future, and she looks young. Which that's the thing, is her kind, half vampires, half humans, we find out later, we'll get to. They plateau. They kind of they age really fast, and then they hit a beautiful, nice 30-year-old mark, and then just plateau. And they look 30 for hundreds of years that we know of. Who knows? It's undocumented. So really, if he waits until she looks like she's 16 years old, she's probably only going to be 5 or 6 in real life.
That's what I was just 7. Yeah. It's fun.
It's really freaking awkward. Everything about this is a bad idea.
Does he age? Because in that vision, he looked the same fucking age.
Yeah. I think the shifters are,
except for Sam or whoever. Paul, is it Paul or Sam, the leader of the pack? He
Wolfpack.
The leader of Wolfpack, I think his name is Sam. I'm not sure if he was very well featured in this film because the pack broke up.
Played by Chasque Spencer.
Thank you. He definitely aged throughout the 3 movies.
Well, all of them aged throughout the 3 movies, let's be honest. They're supposed to be 18, and Kristen Stewart, I don't know how old she actually was, but she's looking like she's pushing 25, 26.
I don't know. What they do Edward's with the makeup and the effects in this one, she kind of looks younger than in the previous movie.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, because they're trying to make her look more vibrant and beautiful and youthful.
Yeah.
But Edward, let's be honest. They did a lot of good makeup work, but you put a photo of him in Twilight next to a photo of him in Breaking Dawn Part 1. The non-aging, never supposed to change individual, 100% changed.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And they can't fight that. No, I'm not attacking this movie for that. They can't do anything about that.
They did a great job with the makeup. Because that Sam guy noticeably aged more than everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guy.
That's. I think I'm good. I've gotten my Jacob anger out of the way. It's creepy as fuck. Stephanie Meyer. Why Stephanie Meyer thought that was a good idea, I have no fucking clue.
I don't know. It is a weird idea.
It's arguably not the worst character decision that
It's
an author's made.
It's
Because
definitely not the worst thing that's happened in fiction.
As I mentioned in the last episode, Stephen King had 7 13-year-olds go buck wild in a sewer at the end of it.
Sure did.
So,
and also George R. R. Martin. I mean, he's got brothers and sisters doing all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff.
Okay. But
and that's it.
that's a little arguable because we don't know the year strain. Oh wait, you said brothers and sisters. I thought you were thinking of the fact that they're all kids in the books.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, the brothers and sister stuff is. But they're set out as villains though. They're not established as. Well, I mean, they're kind of like one's kind of an anti-hero. Yeah, but
Jamie's the best. Let's be honest. But moving on.
He's a wonderful man.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this movie.
So as we said, Bella has changed. She is now a vampire. They have this rapidly aging kid who they don't know if they're gonna die or not. Honestly, because they're aging so goddamn fast.
After like 3 weeks, they're 7 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Charlie, for months, this being Billy Burke, Charlie Swan, being
Bella's dad.
Thank you. He's like worried as fuck about her because he hasn't heard about her from her for months now. And finally, the Carlyles are like, "Listen, we gotta leave. He's gonna like come break down the door at some point."
Yeah. We've literally kidnapped his daughter at this point.
At this point. So they're saying that they're gonna change their identities and whatever. And to prevent losing contact with Renesmee and Bella.
Mostly Renesmee
at this point, yeah. Jacob goes to Charlie and does not give away that they're vampires. But he does say that Bella has changed and shows his wolf form to Charlie. He kills...
He unskins.
He unskins in front of Charlie, and Charlie has a heart attack and dies. And
yeah, oh my god, that would be a completely different movie, man. Imagine.
That would be awful.
No, Billy Burke, he's a good boy. Charlie doesn't smoke. Charlie barely drinks. He is a healthy, hearty man who just gets absolutely frightened and might possibly piss his pants when a giant fucking shifter transforms into a massive wolf in his fucking living room.
Yeah.
Even worse than that, like that whole scene. I mean, I say worse. I mean, I would have been okay with it. But Jacob Black just fucking undresses right in front of him.
Yeah.
He's like,
I have a secret to tell you. And Charlie's like, I don't think I need to know this, bud.
He's like, you can put your pants right back on. I do not know what's happening.
Oh, that was so funny. That was
I've been reading that scene all differently.
It probably would have been. That's probably one of the better scenes in this movie, sadly.
It is pretty good, yeah. Well, after that, because Charlie now knows that something has happened, something that he lives in a fantasy world of vampire werewolf romance.
Right.
I mean, again, he doesn't know that they're vampires, but he should be able to deduce if he was ever intelligent his whole life.
Yeah, he's a cop, hopefully. Well,
he could detect something.
Yeah.
Well, they finally let him in to see the kid and everything, and he's just like, "Wow, you birthed this 7-year-old?" And they're like, "Yeah," and he's just like, "Jesus, my life makes no sense anymore."
They said they adopted Renesmee.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh man, it's so silly, but he sees past that because I think they reveal that later on that he's just like, you say you adopted, she looks like you. Like he says something along those lines where he knows it. Man, what happens next? Oh, they're just playing, they're hanging out and doing stuff, and then the kid gets seen.
It's super weird. I'm sure it translates better in a book.
Oh, not really.
But also they didn't have to make this 2 movies. This could have been...
No, not really.
They didn't have to have the play with the kid montage. But Irina, played by Maggie Grace, I don't know, she's like a cousin coven to the Cullens. A cousin coven of the
Shit.
Cullens.
A cousin coven of the Colons. Cousin coven of the Colons. Yeah, the are they the Denali's, right? Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I think the Denali's are somebody else because I think those are the people that come in later.
Well, but I think Irina was part of their coven but left.
Okay, maybe
because
they were friends.
Her partner got killed.
Oh,
something like that.
I know she's bitter.
Her partner got killed
something.
from Edward or something. Yeah, from one of the wolves. I think one of the wolves killed her partner or something. I don't know.
And she didn't like that. Her people were okay with that. But anyhow, they saw them playing with Renesmee, and a little known thing. In the lore of these vampires is that immortal children, that being children turned into vampires, is like one of the highest laws. Like you can't do that. That is.
Yeah, it's a no. Yeah,
and
I like that you say little known thing because it has not at all been established beforehand. Ever. This is something I'll get to in my closing statement. But if you're doing a saga like this, if you're doing like a series, when you get to your end, circular. It's all about circular, baby. That's what makes a good story.
We should have, we should be seeing elements that were like in the first episode and being like, right. Yeah.
Oh, they build that up all the way from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, none of that. None of that is present in this fucking movie at all.
It's not.
But yeah, she sees Renesmee flying in the air or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, this baby's got powers. That's an immortal child. I'm gonna go tell the Volturi in Italy so that they can come out here and destroy shit." And she's just being a good student. That's all she's doing. She's like, "Teacher, did you forget to collect the homework now?" Like, she knows it's against the law, and this is her chance to enact a tiny bit of like revenge. So she's just like, "Yeah, I'm just reporting here. I'm just doing the do."
So
she does that.
They come out though, and they're just looking for an excuse, anyways, because Arrow, played by Michael Sheen, you find out, really just wants some of the Cullens to be a part of the Volturi Guard.
Yeah, he wants Alice and Edward specifically.
Yeah, and Alice does see all this coming. She has visions of the future. Alice being played by Ashley Greene, as we've said in the past.
Yes. Yeah.
And so she warns everybody, hey, the Volturi are coming, and it's going to be a big, big, bad fight. We need to get witnesses. And then her and Jasper, played by Jackson Rathbone, they just disappear.
They fucking vanish, man. To everybody's eyes and ears.
They even
and
say
else.
it. They even say it. They're like, where the fuck are they?
It's cowardice to them. It's just like they were afraid of dying, so they ran.
Yeah,
and,
I think some of them were like, Alice probably saw something that if she was there, it was going to go wrong. And
exactly. Well, that, or she saw that they're all gonna fucking die, so she ran.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. They explain why she does it. It's dumb. She could still have just told somebody, because what happens is the Volturi, they come out in mass, and when they come out there, they find that the Cullens have gathered a bunch of witnesses to state that Renesmee is not an immortal child. She is half human, half vampire, born when Bella was a human but had sex with vampire Edward. And then B, that she's not a threat to anybody.
Yeah.
Now, they don't really have witnesses to that part yet.
Right.
But that's what they're trying to get across, is that she's just a harmless little child. We can totally train her how to drink blood and all that good stuff.
And I don't think I necessarily said why it was a bad thing to make an immortal child. They don't know how to control their temper, and they would like burn down whole villages and shit like that.
Yeah, they just go crazy, man. They're just children who have immortal powers and insatiable hunger.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's gross.
So they're just like children, but extra children.
Extra, yeah. They're extra. But no, fuck. Where were we after that? What happened next?
Oh,
they don't fight yet.
Irina admits that she's
That's
wrong. Irina admits
Yeah,
that she's
yeah.
wrong. And also, before the fight happens, they meet up with all these people. Like, there's some people that I don't think are part of either of those covens. They just don't like the
yeah.
Volturi, and they know the Volturi are
Yeah.
coming. And
Yeah,
they
there's
just
a bunch
don't
of bunch
fucking
of
matter.
no. It's all a big
don't.
big old montage to introduce a bunch of bullshit who cares characters.
Yes,
Like
it sucked.
yeah.
It
sucks so
hurt
much, man.
to sit through it. I only recognized one of them really. And,
Yeah.
and now I can't even find his name. I can't remember it, but the robot what's
The robot
Mr.
guy.
Robot.
What?
Mr. Robot.
Oh no, Jared Leto. Oh no, you're talking. I know who you're talking about. You're talking Rami Malek.
Yeah, he's in this. There it is, as
yeah.
Benjamin. He's Benjamin in this.
Yeah. I forgot he was in this.
Yeah, he's the only vampire that I recognized, and he does get an interesting part. But it doesn't
He can control
matter.
the elements. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
None of it matters. And none of it matters because before they fight, Alice and Jasper come back, surprising everybody. And
right.
Alice walks up there to good old Arrow, Michael Sheen, David Tennant's husband. Not really. And she says, "I'm gonna show you a vision," and he says, "Okay." And then they grab hands, and then Alice says, "Never mind, I'm not gonna show you a vision."
I thought she did. Like, it felt like she showed it. They just didn't show us.
Yeah, well, I mean, it got really close to his face, and then I think, and it like backed away, and then she said, "Never mind, nothing I show you will change anything." And then, she kicks him, and a fight ensues, and this person kills that person, and she dies, and he dies.
Kills
Everybody dies. Big characters die. Seth, played by Boo Boo Stewart, he dies. All these characters, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Dakota dies. Dakota Fanning. Vecna
right.
dies. Yeah, and it all ends with Michael Sheen dying. His head gets pulled off by Bella and Edward in a great scene.
And then he pissed down his throat and burn his head.
Yeah. Yeah, and the pissing is very vulgar, but it gives us an idea of what Edward's working with.
And I think that's what sold it. When we come back to the fact that this is the vision that Alice was showing.
What a surprise!
It's the piss down the throat that convinces Arrow. Oh, I don't want to do this.
I don't want this. Yeah. And so, he comes out of the vision because it was all a twist. Nobody died. Everybody's alive. And the camera, they do a nice editing job where they pause on everybody's face long enough so that we can be like, oh, good, they're actually alive. Oh good, they're alive.
God.
Thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. Like,
it was
one wide shot would have gotten the picture across. We got it. Yeah. They're alive.
Everyone's alive.
It was a vision. It was all a vision. And Arrow and crew, they back off. They're just like, they're like, all right, we won't fight you, but we do have to kill Renesmee because she's still a child and we can't trust that she might not go crazy. And then Alice is like, but wait, I have a trump card for that too, because dummies. I see the future and none of this matters at all. Here is my trump card. Slides across Nimue. What's his name?
Nimue.
Nah.
Isn't that?
Where's that?
I think Nimue is the lady
Merlin
in the
character in King
lake.
Arthur. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it depends on the version. Nahuel. Played it by J.D. Pardo.
Yeah, they're from Brazil, from some native people of Brazil, and he is half human, half vampire. His mother died giving childbirth. And
so sad.
Yeah, he has lived in his village for 150 years, and which made Bella very happy. Yeah, because they didn't know if their kid was gonna continue aging rapidly and die like Benjamin Button or not.
Well, I guess he went backwards, but it don't matter. God, man, it's all stupid.
It's not good. Let's do closing
they
statements. I don't think there's any more to say.
Well, I want to say the final line I enjoy. Okay. I enjoy the final line. Sure. Everybody, it ends happily ever after. Alice sees the future where Bella and Edward greet Jacob and Renesmee, who are now a fuck couple.
Yeah.
In the future, that is, not when she's a kid. Dear God, don't get me wrong there. It even says in the Wikipedia, a fully matured Renesmee.
Now a couple.
All right, so now a couple.
It's now a couple.
Yeah, and Alice sees that, and Edward sees that through Alice because he can read minds, because soap opera, legendary vampire bullshit, mumbo jumbo. And it's we're like, everybody's living happily ever after. And it's just, I love the last line because Bella says, nobody has ever loved anybody as much as I love you. And Edward responds with one exception. It's cute. Oh, well, it was cute until I heard that. I hate this movie. This movie sucks, and the book sucks too. Like, here's the problem, and I've already mentioned. I know I've already mentioned it, but I want to hammer the nail in here. It's the end of a saga.
Yeah,
and none of this is established beforehand. She did a shit job at establishing any kind of vampire lore like this beforehand. I don't know. Maybe in the books it's better. I don't know. I do kind of want to reread them. Who knows if I do?
I have never read them, so I can't say.
Yeah. It's just, the movie is awful. They don't establish anything up front. Like, a lot of this movie just doesn't fucking matter. Any of the extra characters they bring in, as we've already mentioned, who the fuck cares? No fucking cares? Battle actually happens. They fucking end it off on a fucking... They pull the rug out from under you, where they show an awesome battle, and they're like, ha, psych, didn't happen. Like, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm just like, fuck you.
None of that psychic weight I just put on your brain exists, brah.
Oh. Brah? Aren't you psyched out now, man? No, I just don't fucking care. None of it matters at all. Like... This one sucks. You cannot defend this one. The fucking baby is awful. Like,
I know. I knew it was bad within the first 5 minutes. That's how bad it is.
And it's really weird because it's all the same crew as the first movie. Like, same director, same writer. Like, what the fuck happened?
It's the same. It's the same, but worse as the last Hobbit movie. Like.
Oh my god, yeah.
That movie was such shit because they left just fucking scraps for them to make a script out of. Like,
right.
It's one book. Just make one movie.
Oh my god. This one sucks. I'm giving it 1.5 stars. The same score I gave Slaughterhouse. Check out our Bangers and Hash episode on patreon.com/green and faceless if you're interested in me talking about Slaughterhouse. Have I talked actually Slaughterhouse yet?
I don't think you have.
I don't think so.
No, and you didn't like it.
That's coming out then. Well, but here's the thing. Slaughterhouse is a great 1.5 stars. This is an awful 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
There's a flip of the coin for every single tier. Something can be, it's not ever going to be on my. If it's rated, if it's a 4-star, it's a fucking 4-star for a reason. It's great. Yeah. If it's a 3.5, I could respect it as a great movie, but not really have enjoyed it.
Right.
Say like Schindler's List. Fucking beautiful movie, but how dare you? 3.5 star. I won't watch it again unless you make me by signing up at patreon.com/green and faceless, obviously. But like every single rating has its own tier where it can be a good or bad version of that. And that's the thing. Slaughterhouse, fucking phenomenal 1.5 stars. and you'll hear my review over on Bangers and Hash again later this month. This movie is not a phenomenal 1.5 stars. This is just, it pisses me off. Its quality is fine. Like, aside from the baby, like the makeup, the costuming, that everything else is just what we've come to expect. Like, you know, it's performing the exact same as any other Twilight movie. No, it's not. But I mean, like, that's part better of these fucking movies. I think. Yeah. They moved water, Blake. What are you talking about? They had a whole water bending scene. It was so cool.
And then when they opened up the ground and everybody fell in.
Yeah. Yeah. That
was bad.
Yeah.
All right. I can't agree more with anything that you said. Besides, like, there's really just not that much that is redeeming in this movie. It does kind of piss me off because I said last movie they could have finished the saga here and I would have been happy. And now I'm like, why the fuck? Like, so, like, okay. If you take Eclipse and New Moon, the elements of the Volturi that are in that, and that's all that you get, like, you might be like, okay, that's kind of strange that didn't ever pay off, but at least this wonderful vampire romance exists. Like, I would have been happy with that.
Another problem is that you still don't get payoff with this movie.
No, you don't.
Because the Volturi, they're all still alive.
Yeah,
so...
well, yeah, even if they were all going to be all still alive... Like, that, it was all a dream nonsense. Like, I used to think that was interesting, but it's...
I mean, it could work really well,
but you
does not
do it
here.
You didn't do it well, at least in this movie.
I mean, because at the end of this, they go back to Italy, the Volturi do, but there's still the threat of, all right, yeah, we won't fight this time, but we may be coming back because fuck you guys, we just want to kill you.
Right. So, like, Jane is still...
Where's movie 6?
Jane is still
Where's
ready.
Twilight 6? Come on.
The Curse of Jane.
Yeah.
I guess that's not what
Waning
they would
Crescent.
Call it. Waning Crescent.
Where's Waning Crescent?
Okay, I give the movie half a face, and it's been a while since I've given out a half a face. It's not good. It really is.
You need to find your vicious side again. You start getting more half of faces.
Well, this movie pissed me off, so we'll see.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah, it's awful. Don't watch it.
Usually at the end of a playlist, we say which one was best and which one was worst. I know mine. Do you know yours?
I know my worst, and that's this movie.
That's this movie. Yes.
God. I mean, I hate to say, I think the best for me was the fourth one, Breaking Dawn Part 1. Just because that was the one that, like, as it was going on, I was just like, you know what? I'm actually having fun. Yeah. Like, I was, even though I was like, oh man, I'm not ironically enjoying this anymore.
Yeah, right. I actually enjoyed that movie. It was good. So at least we're on the same fucking page. No, I thought it was good. I thought that movie was good. They took this one book and made one good movie and one of the worst movies I have literally ever seen. I don't know how they did it. Really, though, but I do not go out and seek bad entertainment though, like some people do recreationally. So,
I want the potatoes out there to know that eyes appeared in your faceless face and bulged really big when you said, really? Oh my goodness.
Oh, damn.
You're pissed. I love it. I love it.
I really did not faceless. Like this movie. It was not good. And I did laugh. I guess I did laugh at times when I watched it. So at least.
Oh, dude, I fucking died when I saw that baby. Oh, I was crying, laughing so hard.
It was so bad.
I had to pause the movie so much. It was so funny. Thanks for joining, everybody. There's always plenty of room here on the couch for you, so feel free to come on in and have a seat and listen to us ramble about silly movies. Yeah. I am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leon. Safe travels, and good night. Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of Fiction Works 19. Are you a fan of the show? feel free to contact us at greenandfacelessfans@gmail.com or visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or rate us on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening.